Hey, you guys, we are down to the wire. It is the last lap, and it's very important that I say something of value to make sure that you hit Success Club. So I have 5 tips for you, and then I also want to help change your mindset for the last 36 hours. So the first tip that I have for you is I want you to consider putting a post out there that talks about a contest or a competition that you're in, right? People love to help other people win stuff. And so if you put out there that you're in a competition and you need one more person to join your challenge group in order for you to win the competition, then it's a win-win situation, because not only do you win and you get bragging rights, but you also get the opportunity to change their life. Total win-win, right? My husband back in the day said that when he used to sell cars, and car salesmen are dishonest and they're taking it to the extreme, and I don't want you to lie, but it works. It's the same premise. He would go out there on the last day when he had to maybe sell 1 or 2 more cars to hit his quota. He would tell people that his manager told him to say this, that if he sold 1 more car, he would get a trip to Vegas. And these poor people would buy that car because they liked him and they wanted him to get that free trip. So by all means, I want you to be completely honest. You are in a competition, and you know that you're in a competition with yourself. You're in a competition with your old self to make your new self better. And so you are telling the truth that there's a contest out there to where you can win this webinar. You know, there's a competition where you want to win because you want to win against your old self. So that's number 1. Number 2 is, how about sharing a story you've never shared before? Can you take a couple of minutes to just sit there and think about your past and something that you struggled with in the past that becoming a Beachbody coach has helped you overcome? Do you have one that you haven't shared yet? Because what could happen is you would really relate to somebody that you just haven't been able to relate to yet. Tell that story and then have a call to action at the end so that they reach out to you and you can start that conversation. Number 3 is, I want to reiterate what Raina said about having an incentive, but I want you to consider this incentive to be either your time or saving people time. And what do I mean by that? Put on there, I'm closing my accountability group, and I have room for 1 more person, and I want to make this last person feel special, and so I am offering a 15-minute phone call to help this person prepare for the next 30 to 60 or 90 days. Or you put together a really detailed shopping list for them and say, for those that join my challenge group, I am saving you a ton of time by having a complete grocery list printed out for you where you can check it off. And it's going to save you so much time, so that all you have to concentrate on is eating a little bit healthier and exercising for 30 minutes. People love to either have your time or to be able to find a way to save time, right? Now, number 4, and this one's really important, and it's called the third basement. So you probably have 10 people just kind of simmering right now. I know you do. We all do. They just won't commit. And I'm telling you, the reason they won't commit is because there's a third basement or somebody that is over here telling them, no, it's a scam, you shouldn't do this, it's not going to work. And what you need to do is to get on the phone with your prospect and the third baseman, and it's usually the spouse or a partner, and talk to them together. And I guarantee if you talk to them together and you actually talk to this third baseman instead of the person that really wants to do it but hesitates because they keep having all of that noise in their ear from this other person, you will finalize that commitment from that person. The 5th one is not one that I want you to think about all the time, so you're not going to use this all the time, but towards the end of the month, I want you to really stretch the 30-day guarantee, right? Try it, commit with me. If it doesn't work for you, you have a 30-day risk-free guarantee. You've got nothing to lose. So throw that out at people that are hesitant today or tomorrow and remind them they've got nothing to lose and so much to gain. So now I want to talk to you about mindset. And I want you to think about this as I say this scenario. All right? It's Monday night at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And about 10 really large men come knocking on your door. You open the door, they come in, and they start grabbing all your stuff and putting it out on the lawn. You are going to lose your house. Now, if that scenario were true, would you do whatever it took to make sure that you didn't lose your house? Now, some of you might be saying, I don't have a house. Think about your car. All right, they're going to knock on the door and they're going to want the keys to your car. You're at a state now where you have to say, this is non-negotiable, and there's nothing I won't do to hit this, right? You have to put a sense of urgency in the next 36 hours. Non-negotiable. So what's going to happen is you're going to hit it this month, and it's going to set the momentum for you to hit it month after month after month. I don't know off the top of my head, but I've hit Success Club for 60 to close to 70, it might be over 70 months now. And some months, I'm telling you, from someone who's very successful at this, struggled to hit it the last day. But I'm telling you, there was no way in hell I was not going to hit it. Non-negotiable. And that's the mentality you need to have so you hit it this month. And then for 69 more months past that point. So sometimes you need to slow down in order to speed up. So I want you right now to take a really deep breath and know that for the next 36 hours, you are going to work with intention. Everything you put out there is going to have purpose, and you're going to have laser focus on finding that last point, those last 2 points, those last 3 points, maybe even 4 points, 2 people. You are going to find them today or tomorrow. And I want you to please post below when you do, because the 7 of us are going to be watching this post and tomorrow's post like a hawk, because we are rooting for you. And I promise you, we are willing to give you everything we have on this webinar because you deserve it, because you've worked so hard to get the best of what we have. So post below when you hit Success Club, and I'm very excited to be able to celebrate that with you. Now go get them.